Up next, oh my God, we got a video clip that we found.
Yes!
And it is from the 90s.
It's a doozy.
And this will bring back some memories for some of you whose parents maybe were a little concerned about you playing Dungeons and Dragons with your friends all the time.
So
we had to show this clip.
So this video was shared on Kotaku. I think that's where we picked it up from. Yep. And I really want to watch the full thing.
Me too.
Because just the 30-second clip that they had posted was pretty good. But this full video is hysterical. So this sort of reaches back to Jack Thompson. This is almost
pre-Thompson.
Yeah, this is
This
pre-Thompson.
predates Thompson.
Yep.
And this is I don't even know who this guy is.
It's Saul Goodman. Bro.
Yeah.
That is kind of who it looks like.
Man, it's before the meth, obviously.
He is going to walk off camera and help Walter White out of a jam.
And I'm not sure what dusty attic box this VHS tape came out of. But God bless the person who put it online, whose YouTube account's
Dragon bless him.
His YouTube account is Goblins Still Exist, which is maybe one of my favorite YouTube account names ever. I'm actually kind of surprised that this didn't come from Everything Is Terrible. This is exactly up Everything Is Terrible's avenue. So anyway, all right, let's check out what this guy has to say here.
Dungeons and Dragons is a real serious problem. But as we'll see in the upcoming few moments, the problems with role-playing games have moved far beyond Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my God.
Because in Japan, I've heard that
that haircut.
really into the role-playing games where you don't just bash people.
That kid is that guy's son, by the way. There's no way he did not do any research. He just filmed his son talking.
Well, not to mention the kid kind of I think disproves his point, because he's like, look, in Japan there's role-playing games, so instead of just bashing people's head ins, you have to walk around and use your head. I'm like, that doesn't sound bad at all.
No,
that sounds like a good thing.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you have to actually apply some skills, and the guy is so dense to the whole conversation that he's like, yep, confirmation, yep, that's that. He's just got this is confirmation bias written all over it.
We Mario 3. We're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah,
for this.
we might get tagged for that.
Oh my God, look at that kid.
They're Canadian, by the way.
Oh boy!
In case that wasn't readily apparent.
That is a straight up mullet.
Hang on, yeah. This kid's mullet wasn't a dead giveaway that they were Canadian. You needed the T-shirt to tell you. Are you shitting me?
Yeah, because let's pretend that mullets in this day that day and age were exclusive to Canada.
Well, maybe this brand of mullet was. I mean,
that's the Canadian mullet. What? The fact that it's all lustrous and shiny instead of dirty and Joe Dirtish?
No, it's like they put a bowl on his head and just stopped cutting around the back.
Not just that, but I mean it's all uneven. It's not even like look at that. Look at how uneven.
Party in the back, motherfucker.
Jesus. Oh, that's grim. All right. Nintendo, don't.
Please don't sue us.
We're talking over this.
We promise we're not trashing on your product.
No.
Idea at all.
Stop that.
This guy
Dungeons and Dragons is a passé concern in the years gone by.
All right, can we just real quick point out that he is complaining about Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing games, and then shows a clip of Super Mario Bros. 3?
Yeah.
Seems legit.
God damn. There's no way we don't get in trouble for that. That's a good point. I wonder what the books behind him are. Because there's no way...
Dude, he rented out that office to talk in. What's it matter what those books are?
No, but that's the thing is, he found those books at, a bookstore that was going out of sale. So there's, 17 copies of the A volume of Encyclopedia Britannica back then.
He's probably filming in that same store that was going out of business. He's like, look, I'll give you a 20 if I can hook this TV up and just do a little thing real quick.
Yeah, you guys got, a half hour before you close down?
It's about the evils of role-playing games. We're trying to keep kids away from D&D and Satan.
Is shot down immediately when we go into our local video store or into the toy stores and take a look at what the newest toys are. Because some of the hottest selling items, of course, are the Nintendo games. And I'm sure we've all heard of Nintendo by now.
Have we? Really? At this point? God, dude, like, people don't even think about the shit that they're saying before they say it. Like, I'm sure this guy's reading off of a script, and he's like,
he's not, because he stumbles later on. He pulls some classic Nate stuff.
And as we went into our local video store where they rented the games, we asked the sales clerk, and he told us that they were sold right out. That they were rented
sold
every night,
right out.
Kids who couldn't buy them were just renting them one night after another. Every time they could get their $5 to rent the games to play.
Like
$5?
Like crack fiends.
Was it $5 to rent a game in the early 90s?
Hell no.
Hell no. Not here.
They were renting multiple games.
Maybe in Canada. This is, by the way, this guy's clearly Canadian Jack Thompson.
Canadian Jack.
That's, I mean, yeah. That's, to me, that's, I think. That's
Jackie
probably
the Moose Thompson.
Why don't you Canucks go back where you came from?
We got a hashtag build the wall to the north.
There you go.
In chat.
There you go. I agree with that.
We began to take a closer look at the Nintendo games, and as we walked down the aisles of the video store, we saw the incredibly descriptive titles.
Listen to how descriptive these titles are.
Some of the instruction manuals for Final Fantasy, and we'll talk about this.
I wonder what special message he has for Final Fantasy.
I can't
players.
wait.
These descriptive titles get even better.
More descriptive.
More than Final Fantasy.
Descriptive than that.
As magic, wizardry.
How descriptive! Wonder what that's about.
Smoking gun evidence.
Only the beginning of what were in those.
Only the beginning of what was in the what? Oh my God!
There's wizardry in them, guys.
And penises.
It's
okay.
No.
No.
Why do you do this every time?
What is it with your obsession with penises?
Can you please?
You suck at everything.
Can you please explain this to me?
Well, I mean,
Like, we make
guys in wizardry.
We make all the
presumably.
gay jokes at Cali. Is there something you want to come out and tell us?
Penises.
Yeah. Yeah, fat penises.
Okay.
God damn it.
Roll the video, Jesus.
Those video counters. Then we went and conducted some interviews with some young men who were video game addicts, so to speak.
Addicts.
Video game addicts, so to speak. So basically, he found some kids who play video games and was like,
Nah, you're addicted.
Hey, read this script.
God damn it.
Games, and we learned, as I mentioned off the top of this report, that it's a whole new world out there.
Whoa,
These kids are
report.
talking in
We're
terms we
stretching the
don't
truth a little bit here.
Yeah, seriously. Is anyone taking it that? I mean, you put it on a VHS. That doesn't mean that people are going to watch it. I can't believe that this was aired anywhere.
I'd love
on a local PBS station.
Yeah, I'd love to see the news station that has this in their vault and they're just ashamed of it.
They're in front of their video boards, and they totally
Their
understand.
video
boards?
What is a video board?
It's like, well, you got an audio board right here. It's like that, but with videos.
No.
That's an audio board.
He's referring to a
Little
controller,
knob
I
guys.
think.
You know
we
what
didn't have forums this early, did we? The internet was that around yet?
Oh no.
Okay.
No
Yeah,
way.
the other was.
No way.
Yeah.
That guy does not have that many books and still have the internet. Like, there's just no way.
Well, it
the
was
two
really- it
things
was
don't
re-
exist at the same
It
time.
was really
There
expensive.
was like a
back then.
BBC's, right? Something like that.
I think at that point you would actually like find a reason to throw out the 75 volumes of Encyclopedia Britannica's Volume A. But I mean, honestly, like a video board, like I think a video board is like a skateboard that you also play video games on.
That sounds awesome.
With your backwards hat.
I have no doubt that Nintendo released that as a peripheral
That's
in the 80s.
right.
I have no doubt that exists
It
somewhere.
came with custom sunglasses.
Didn't they try to release something like that for a recent Tony Hawk game?
Oh, they did.
Oh.
It
It's
was
so bad.
But
so
was that
bad.
Nintendo? Or was it Xbox?
Does it matter?
I have no idea. I don't know. I think it was Nintendo.
Was it Nintendo?
I think it
Maybe
was.
you'll explain to us what a video board is, because I'm in the dark here.
And are entranced in a world that we know nothing about.
Nope.
One of the kids that we interviewed smiled because his mother was off the camera and said, "My mother just can't figure this thing out. She doesn't even know where to turn the keyboard on."
Breaking news, kids like it when their parents aren't doting on everything they do.
Yeah, not just that, but I mean, like, damn. Sorry, I need
I
to
think
clear
the
my throat.
I think the video board is like a keyboard, like a computer, because you just talked about where to turn on the keyboard, the computer from the keyboard.
I think so. Yeah.
This just in: kids don't think it's cool when their parents like the same things as them.
Yeah, seriously.
What a shock.
Like that's some sort of like subversive, like, oh, your kids are definitely doing drugs and sucking dick now.
Because you don't know how to work it, that means it's bad.
Dear God. I mean, like, yeah, it basically all this is unknown, scary. What are your kids into? Bruh.
This is his whole life, and the generation gap has grown as never before. But to move beyond that and talk about these games, we began, as these children were playing the games and they were describing them to us, we began to look through the instruction manual. And I have here one for wizardry, and I don't know if you can see it from here. Maybe we can get another shot of it.
We can't.
Camera.
We can't do that.
You know,
Oh, there we go.
The Bible tells us that in the
Master
last days
series.
The Bible. All right, so
Here we go.
What does the Bible say about video games?
he's quoting the Bible, so we already know.
And scroll it back a little bit because what he says here is important to catch.
All right.
This is great.
Okay.
For wizardry, and I don't know if you can see it from here. Maybe we can get another shot of it off camera. You know, the Bible tells us that in the last days that the whole world will worship the dragon. And here we see
Jesus! This is a copy of Double Dragon. The Bible tells us in the end days that the people will worship a dragon. Clearly, a double dragon is twice as bad.
It's the apocalypse 2 times.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Like,
Yes.
that's a bit of a fucking stretch.
Nate, that's the point. Jesus Christ.
Geeks are so gullible.
This is outstanding.
Oh my God. We know that in the end days that people will worship a hedgehog and he will go 75 miles an hour. What the fuck is this guy's point?
And lo, when thou hast collected
Well-
50th of thine holiest rings, you will become the supersonic.
Proving grounds of the mad overlord. How does that not strike fear into your hearts? Do you not yearn for the safety of our future?
Proving grounds of the mad overlord. All right, for like this isn't even like pertinent to this guy, but we need to be really mad at them for that awful catchphrase.
Are you
So-
kidding? That's an amazing one.
I feel like this guy's head would fucking explode if someone who was into Dragonkin would like explain to him what they were into. You know what I mean?
I want someone to go back in time and have
Lose
this guy
their
play
absolute
Diablo.
Oh god, Diablo, yeah.
That's fine. You go and fight Diablo and then kill the devil. That's fine.
Yeah, you help angels to fight the devil.
That's a Christian game.
Can I just
As the demon hunter?
You hunt the demons. It's perfect. He's an angel.
Can I just point out the amazing, super awesome feature includes game save memory feature.
You know what? Not
Thank you,
everything had that back then.
Thank you, wizardry.
You know what?
Witchcraft and magic. Clearly.
You mean to tell me that it holds on to information even when you turn off the power? It is the power of the devil that keeps your save file.
God.
The cover is the dragon. These kids are becoming acclimated to this very kind of thing. And I began to look through the instruction manual, and I see here how to cast magical spells.
I'd like.
In his head, is he aware that is referring to casting a spell in the game?
Is he aware that it's a game?
Well, here's the thing, because when I was watching this, I'm thinking, like, did you actually read the description? Because usually it says stuff like, you know, press A button, select this, blah, 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 blah. But back then, they actually wrote these books, like, you know, role-playing and character type stuff. This is super major stuff here, guys.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing, though.
Spell name is Malor.
See, here's the thing, though, is you've got to remember at the time that this video came out, there was this really important television show that every household family was watching.
Simpsons?
No, it was the one with the kid had the controller all the way around his belt and the power glove.
Oh,
Captain N.
Captain N.
Oh,
That's
no.
right. Exactly. Captain N. And so he knew something that nobody else knew, is that if you use those two fashion accessories in conjunction with one another, you actually could cast real-life magical spells.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that.
That's
and
right.
of
It's
course-
weird that we let that technology go by the wayside.
Well, it's unfortunate that he doesn't really explain the full concept, is that, you know, like, this is all based off of Captain N.
Because back in the day, people weren't able to decipher fantasy from reality.
That's the only thing that I can walk away from this video with.
They thought they were watching reality TV. It was all reality.
They had people in their little picture boxes that were moving around.
Let's see what he says about casting magical spells. The level 7 mage spells, by the way.
Teleport.
Malor.
Mage spells and cleric spells. And you go to the pages that it's listed on, in this instance, page 41.
Thank you for...
Okay, thank you.
Let's recall the days when manuals had 41 pages in them. Holy hell.
He's doing MLA documentation, okay? Props to Canadian guy.
What's wrong with cleric magic? Like, that's good magic, right?
Well, only if you're the cleric casting. If you're trying to be like a fake cleric casting it, then that's devilry.
I think the 7th commandment is thou shalt not cast spells, isn't it?
Regardless of what these spells
yeah,
are.
You're not allowed to. I'm pretty sure.
Descriptions of how to cast spells and how to contact powerful spirits and how to use these spirits and these powers to overcome, obviously, evil or good, because there's both white and black magic.
Oh, no.
You know what? We could blow this dude's mind if we told him about red magic.
I know, right?
He'd lose his shit.
A mixing of the
Indian
black
magic?
and the white.
What if
he would just assume it was Indian magic?
What if he knew about ninjutsu? I mean,
That's advanced technology. I don't think he's. I don't think
he could handle it.
He can't comprehend a ninja.
This is ridiculous. I fucking
I
love everything about this video.
I want to see him learn about paladins, the holy knights that use white magic in the name of God.
Well,
a god.
First of all, he mentions that you can use magic in like a good or evil sense, but it's a slippery slope.
These books. We picked up another one to see if that was just coincidence, and it's dungeon magic here. And we look through again, and we see in here casting magic spells, page 22, with a complete description. And it says here, each wizard has mastered a certain type of magic. When you meet a wizard, he will give you 4 basic elements of his mystical studies. So
guys, I don't know
That sounds legit.
I don't know about the last time you guys met wizards, but I know when I met my wizard, like he gave
Just
me
put your dick in his mouth?
He gave God damn it! I was working towards that joke. Fuck. I was working towards a good joke, and you just took the legs right out from underneath it.
It was getting a little long-winded. I had to stop you before it took too long.
You are literally the worst.
I thought. I thought it was gonna be a magical plant joke.
Magical.
Yeah, I thought this was going to work up to him meeting his weed dealer.
Who he calls the wizard.
The Grand Wizard.
You should start calling him the wizard now. Well, what up, Wiz?
Oh no!
What happened?
I don't know. Where'd it go?
What is this?
What is this bullshit?
What's going on?
Dungeons and Dragons.
There we go.
Oh,
is a
Jesus.
real
All right.
Oh,
I don't know what that
we
was
gotta
all
watch
about.
it all over again.
I don't know what that was all about. That was weird.
And I have here one for wizardry, and I don't know if you can
All
see
right.
it.
Yeah,
from
we
here.
got wizardry. Thank
and
you.
Go to the pages.
Yeah, we got that.
Obviously, evil or good, because there's both white and black magic.
White and black magic.
Black
Remember that.
magic is the worst.
That was just coincidence, and it's
Obviously.
dungeon
Not a
magic here.
coincidence.
And we look through again, and we see in here casting magic spells, page 22, with a complete description. And it says here, each wizard has mastered a certain type of magic.
Yeah, we know
When
about
you
the
meet a
wizard.
wizard. He will give you 4 basic elements of his mystical studies.
Yes.
So we have a wizard now teaching the children of his magical studies. And then here it says...
Like the
"It
guy
is
just
important
shows
to
up.
remember
Oh,
that
I
the
see that you bought dungeon magic. Let me teach you how that works. Take your fire, your wind, your lightning, and your earth elements.
Well, I like the idea that, the game, stops there after you talk to the wizard to take, a brief moment to have a tutorial on how to use magic in
Not
the real
just a
world.
tutorial. A wizard will visit you to teach you.
Out of the picture box.
I like the idea that somehow all video game makers were also occult members that wanted to recruit children to the occult. Like, what? No.
That'd be so cool, though.
I mean, it would be, but
I'd be down.
To be fair, if that had existed in the 90s, I would have been the first to buy that game.
it's a bananas fucking headcanon, but sure, all right.
force of all magic is the life force of the user. This is the teaching of the occult. This is exactly what we were introduced in.
See,
Well, he went ahead and said it for us.
To cast magic, you use your life force. To cast magic is, in of itself, a danger to all of us.
Can we just take a moment to realize that if he actually believed one word that he was saying, he would play these games, learn to do real magic, and make $1 billion.
But that would be evil.
Excuse me. He is a good, God-fearing Christian. He would never do that.
That's right. He is too.
Yeah, no evangelists have ever just made tons of money off their religion.
I think the word
You're
is
talking about
evangelism.
him making money off of damning his religion and practicing magic.
If you learn white magic, you can say the next coming of Christ. Who cares?
Is that a
That would be a
spell?
lie.
Was that a spell that I missed in wizardry? Was turning water into wine?
Transmutation? Maybe. That's in a lot of games.
Jesus was an alchemist.
God damn it!
Turning
I didn't
potions-
expect you to actually have an answer for that.
Turning potions into high potions.
That's a
In
glitch.
Star
That needs to
Wars,
get
we
patched.
see that there is some magical power, some life force that runs throughout the universe, and it is this power that we can tap into.
binds us and
for either
penetrates
good or
us.
evil. Of course, in Star Wars, Luke Skywalker would tap into it for good, and Darth Vader would tap into the same power for evil. So
Okay.
So he's okay with Star Wars.
Space wizards are okay.
Hang on.
Double-edged sword, guys.
Hang on.
Hang on.
Stop it, Mr. Canadian guy. We all know that the Force is actually a buildup of midichlorians in the blood, which are tiny little microscopic parasites.
Alternative facts.
This is just
Alternative
science.
facts.
There's no magic about it.
There's no moral good or bad force. That actually is canon. That there is no moral good or bad force.
Nerd.
I'm actually kind of
part of
excited to see how
the
the
great
Star
force.
Wars canon.
Episode 8 is probably going to touch
I
on
know.
that very heavy.
Yeah, like gray Jedis are actually
Yes,
like
please.
are playing a pretty big role in things like
Whoa,
Rebels.
hold on. A Jedi is naturally a good guy, so you can't have gray Jedis. You can have gray Force users.
Have you seen
It'd be
Rebels?
like saying a gray Sith.
Have you watched Rebels yet?
What?
You need to watch Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah.
Are they called gray Jedi?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is completely wrong. I'm out.
No.
Thanks, George Lucas.
Seriously, you know what it is? It's Firefly-esque.
Is there elements of Final Fantasy Tactics and Chrono Trigger in it?
You know, and it's funny because I know that's like a trigger phrase for you, Chris.
Yeah.
But I genuinely mean that it
no, you
It
shut
is-
the fuck up.
it is a little bit Firefly-esque.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
there was no God judging the hearts of mankind. There was no moral code to live up to. We just had this power that we could use at our discretion. And here is this teaching right now in these video games. So it is not just some social misfit who is off playing Dungeons and Dragons in the corner somewhere. Now it's the very Nintendo games.
that's right, you goddamn social misfit.
Ugh.
Why don't you conform?
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're the one who starts all this, you tabletop role player.
That's
misfit.
right. That's right. Remember how he prefaced this entire video?
It's not just Dungeons and Dragons.
It's
That's
not.
where it
Yeah,
starts.
exactly.
Now you're gonna start creating video games about being a wizard and having wizards shove elemental balls in your mouth.
Nick has gotten to that stage.
That's why she's gone today.
Oh my god. This is so ridiculous and over
It's the best thing I've seen all week.
This really is.
That's saying
This really is like maybe my favorite video ever on YouTube.
Look at another one here, just to show you that this is not just an isolated example. I'm looking now at the instruction guide to one of the Nintendo games, Final Fantasy.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Looking here, page 72, white magic. Page 76, black magic.
Hey,
And
wait,
once
whoa,
again,
whoa,
it's-
whoa, hang on, go back.
What kind of match do we have? Come on.
Hang on. Okay, so
Slap.
Good old slap.
yes,
Slap.
for white magic here, we've got Cure, one ally,
Yep. Harm all enemies. Yep.
Fog. I forgot that was a spell.
Yep, it was.
That's just a
Jeez.
guy farting.
Ruse.
Level 2, lamp.
I had forgotten some
Lamp.
of these dumb spells that you
Pretty
got.
sure
I love Lamp.
Ruse does not work. It's glitched. Don't even bother trying to learn that spell.
I love Lamp. It's my favorite
It
spell.
removes dark.
Yep.
Mute. Can I cast that on Chris?
Please.
No.
Well, if you get the
72,
instruction
white
guide, you can.
Let's
Page
take a look at black magic. We got fire, slap. Yep, slap. Lit.
That's lightning.
No.
It says lightning is fired from the magician's fingers.
It's lit.
Lit AF.
That's lit.
Everyone has a real good time.
Fire emoji.
Lit AF.
That's right.
100.
God damn.
76, black magic. And once again, it's how you can get in touch with your wizard and learn all the levels of
How to get in touch?
Was that the section of the book saying where to go in town to buy your magic?
Oh, I was going to say, usually to get a hold of my wizard, I just page him. What? They had pagers back then.
Yeah, it looks like, well, first...
The book's in French.
Yeah.
Oh, this explains everything. He's French-Canadian. Now it makes sense.
But yeah, it looks like that's just the page that goes over the different items.
They're all potions.
Yeah.
There are different kinds of potions.
So... how exactly does it show me how to get in touch with the wizard? Because I want to get in touch with the wizard.
That's on a different page. He's just saying these are the things that
this
it
is
shows.
a bad example, then.
The wizard will want these items. He will want the Retel Blit potion.
He wants
the Reta Blit potion.
He wants the pure...
Purify.
Purify?
And
Mao.
Moo.
Okay.
It's pronounced moo. It comes from a cow.
I wonder what he believes goes on in the tent.
Satanic cults.
Oh, I want to see the scene in Zelda 2 when the girl takes you into the room to restore your HP or into the house. Yeah, we know what's going on in there.
We do.
Just cooking you.
Same
up.
thing that happens in the fairy
Get in touch
fountains.
with your wizard and learn all the levels of magic. You see, it's not just a simple one little thing. There are 8 different levels of magic.
It's not one little simple thing. It's 8 levels of magic.
There's 8 levels. You're never going to get the 8th level. You're going to beat the game before then.
Listen, you have to memorize the spells and the different ingredients that you need for spells to be able to play this game. No.
Okay, well, it's just like being a Christian. Like, there's not one little thing. You got different levels. You got like the clergy or the little people at the bottom, and then you got like other levels of clergymen, and you get like the high grandmaster, right?
You've got the clergy little people at the bottom.
Yeah,
and the grand wizard
and the grandmaster.
You got the steeple, and then the little people inside. It's not some little thing. It applies to everything.
Sure,
like the Force.
We'll go with that.
And the Grey Jedis.
I think we've made the point of the incredible occultism that is contained in all these games. But the important point, and if we can leave you from this report with one bit of understanding, it is that all of these things reinforce each other. We go from the cartoons to the videos to the rock and roll music.
Whoa!
Come
on.
And
Jesus!
The educational classroom. And we see that these kids are getting a worldview one after another that is building on top of this. We have children who spend, they say the statistics, I've said it before, 7 hours a day watching television. They spend another 2 or 3 hours in front of these video games. By the time they go to bed at night, they have had another gospel preached to them through these cartoons.
Good.
Man,
Good. I'm glad.
Mr. Rogers' Canadian neighbor is a fucking loser.
My favorite line, they're getting so many different worldviews. That's a bad thing.
That's, clearly you
Kids only need a single worldview.
That's right. My God, dude.
This is brutal.
You're some kind of moron, you know that?
I don't know. I to be honest, I sort of prefer my fantasy world full of elves and dragons and fire spells and lit spells.
Slap.
As opposed to your world of pedophile boy touching and priests that don't know how to fucking behave. You know what I mean? Like,
okay,
like
well,
what's your fucking alternative that you're offering that's so fucking great?
To be fair, back in the 90s, nobody knew they were touching boys.
That hadn't come out yet.
Well,
that's in the next patch. That's level 2. They were on level 1.
But I mean, like, think of the product that you're offering. I mean, shit. So many people already think of religions as the product that they're trying to sell. They make so much goddamn money off of it in the first fucking place. You might as well just think of it as a product or your brand. And what is your alternative that you're offering?
Boring.
A fucking hour's worth of sitting at church that is boring No one likes it.
And then-
I don't care how religious you are. Church fucking blows.
Okay,
and everyone knows it.
But then at the end, you get to eat Christ, and he's a cracker.
Oh boy, I get cracker time instead of elves with cleavage. I'll take the elves with cleavage every single time. Every single time. That was a weird drop to hit. I'm gonna say.
What, are you saying that elves with cleavage does not warrant a victory fanfare?
No, I mean, I guess, but
Okay.
It made me smile. It was good.
but I mean, like I don't know what this guy thought that he was trying to accomplish.
He's trying to scare the members of his congregation and, get them to give him money, probably.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Your kids are joining a cult, but we want them to join our cult.
Our cult's way better.
We have crackers.
But no elves with cleavage.
Our cult's way better. Just don't ask us why.
Goddamn.
Because we have elves with cleavage, that's why.